What? XFCE, give me my second desktop. There we go. Keep this configuration. Bada bing, bada boom. Apply. Yes. Good little XFCE. Yes! All right, open the chat window. Oh, that would be lovely, Chris Kelly. I know that Hi and Anel are here. That's more than I deserve, sir. But thank you. Hey, everybody. How's it going? So today we're going to be working on a MacBook. This MacBook has made me aware that this person voted because there's a sticker on it that says that they voted. And there's a doggy, and a bookstore, and a coffee bakery, and photography, and a park, and a van. This is a really interesting little fucking MacBook right here. Hello, EM.
Oh, sweet mercy.
Sweet mercy. Sweet mercy. That's right, Paul Daniels. Sweet mercy. All right. RCB with the Twitch chat. Okay, it looks like this is a MacBook that is being held together with a rubber band. No judgment. Sometimes you just can't afford screws. Okay, what do we got over here? So the first thing that we do is the same thing we do every day, Pinky. Try to take over the world. No, I'm fucking with you. What we're going to do is we're going to unplug the battery. Unplug the battery. Because we need to unplug the battery to get an idea of how much amperage the motherboard is using by itself, not with the battery. So the amount of power that something is using, it's kind of like a pulse. Like, you know, when you get to see, you know, what somebody's, I don't know, EKG, I don't know what the hell you call it because I'm hungry and I'm being an idiot. I'm forgetting shit. When you can see what somebody's pulse is on screen, you kind of get an idea of what their health is or like what it looks like. It's the same thing here. I kind of want to see how much power this is taking because that's going to tell me what's going on with it. The problem is you want to see how much power this is taking by itself, right? You don't want to see how much power everything is taking. It's with the battery. Again, if I see the battery, that's a different variable because the battery is going to draw a different amount of current, and that current is going to be based on how charged the battery is. So I want to see what the board is doing, not what the battery is doing. Thank you, Adam. I appreciate that. Now, the problem that we have here is that this already turns on, which means it's going to be a really boring-ass repair because it already turns on. So let's see. The customer said, oh, no, 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 no. Will not post fan spins. Sometimes backlight comes on, no display, no chime. Come on. Come on. That's bullshit. Bro. User closed the lid, and when I got it back, it was off and would not turn on again. Fuck off. Okay, so this is going to be a dead CPU. This is going to be a complete waste of time. So I'm going to take the board out of the case, which is going to be a waste of time because this shit's going to be a dead CPU. Let's just confirm it. Christopher Kelly, you are too kind. You are kinder than I deserve. So this is one of those machines that just like right off the bat. Again, what is it? Like, what is it? What's going to cause something like that to happen? Who knows? And this is a rabbit hole. This is a rabbit hole. This is a board that you could easily put more than 40 hours into and still not have an answer. Comparing and contrasting all these different data lines back and forth between this and a working one. So this is what we call something that goes in the bin. This goes in the bin. Doesn't mean that it's unsolvable. Just means I'm not putting in 40 hours of work for one fucking repair. So you have to understand what is viable and what is not viable when you're trying to do this as a business. So I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to see if they're bullshitting me or not on when they say that there's no signs of liquid damage. Because if any of you who've been watching this channel for any period of time know, when the customer says there's no sign of liquid damage, you could bet your ass they're usually wrong. So we're going to open this thing up and take a look and see if they're actually telling the truth on that. And if they are, then we're going to give this board to Anel. But first, what I need to do is I need to get myself a magnet. I don't have a magnet, and I need a magnet. Looks like Anel ran away. Where did Anel go? Oh, there's Anel. Hey, Hey, Anel, how's it going? How you doing? How do you like an A1708 that turns on but doesn't post and sometimes has a backlight with no liquid damage? Sometimes. Eh? Eh?
Try the right screen.
Pretty hot CPU, bro?
Did you try a good screen?
I don't know where a good screen is. We have to get a better donor parts section than whatever system we have here. What is this?
Shield.
So that you just take this shit. Oh, okay. Okay, we're going to see if there's any water on it. We're going to get ourselves a known good screen. But first, a magnet for the screws. Send hit truck for an L. That's mean. That's mean. He recovered. I'm happy that an L recovered. Okay, where's my T3? Did somebody steal my T3 screwdriver? I don't see it up here. Aha, here we go. Because people spill water, Vladimir. Customer always lies. Look at that. The coder spends like 2 years in this industry and he's already turned into Dr. House. This industry really will turn you into Dr. House. Everybody lies. Everybody lies. These are always in the live channel, EM. If I live stream board repair to the main channel, I'll kill my main channel. Do you know how much bitching I got when I used to live stream this stuff to the main channel? My God, so much bitching. Okay, wait. Yeah, this is... What? Yeah, let's just take the board out of the case. I gotta do that anyway to take a look at... What's for supper? Seems like sushi because a very, very kind member of my chat named Christopher Kelly got me sushi, which is more than I could say I deserve. So how are you all doing this today? How are you all doing this lovely day? All enjoying yourselves? Enjoying yourselves? Having a good evening? Hope you are. Tank Prism says, wear your mask. No. No. I am in my own store with the power of my vaccine and the COVID that I got last year. And I don't even know if I had COVID this year. Definitely, I was at least the flu. I had a 104 fever a few weeks ago. I never got tested immediately after because to get a test I had to wait outside and it was 31 degrees and I really did not want to wait outside in 31-degree weather with a 104 fever. I would have actually been dead. So I waited till I felt better to get the test. And by the time I felt better, which was about 4 days later, I felt much better. I went outside, I got a test, and I was negative. But I don't know if that means I had it before. I don't build my own battery packs. I use EM3EV. They're good. They're the only ones I trust with batteries now. It's fine if you, like, again, are you officially an NH resident now? I don't know. According to my ID, A lot of people asked when I'm moving. I'm moving when I find a house that I want. So just, I think I didn't really describe my plans well. So originally I was looking at buying a house, and then Erica takes me aside and says, "Hey, Louis, remember how you've said every single one of your bad life decisions started as a result of you jumping into something too quickly?" And it's like, yeah. Do you think buying a house in a state that you've spent 2 or 3 weeks in is probably... And like, yeah. And so I said, okay. So her idea was rent an apartment so that you could spend time there instead of, staying at a hotel each time you visit. So this way, you could spend, let's say, 2 days a week in New York, 4 or 5 days a week in New Hampshire. You could go to visit your store. And if you like it, then you buy a house in an area that you like. Once you figure out what area you like, and if you don't like it there, then you say, fuck this, let's try out another state. But yeah, I'm not actually moving into that place because I would rather, I'm gonna set it up, like a table, a futon for me to sleep on, a table, some pots and pans and shit like that. And if I like it, then I will move to the house or a condo that I buy there. And if I don't like it, then I will break my lease, which has very favorable terms, by the way, which is why I chose that apartment, and, check out Florida or someplace else. But I'm not going to take all of my stuff and bring it to that apartment because, I'm not going to set everything up when that is pretty much designed to be a temporary apartment. It's designed to be where I live until I find a place in the state that I'd actually want to move to. So I would set that up very minimalistically, literally with just enough to, consider it a hotel room or something. I don't know, Ahmed. I don't really have an answer for that, to be honest with you. I don't have an answer for that. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with my life. If any of you watched the recent talk I had with Dan on Destiny stream, that would have been obvious. I have no clue what I'm doing with my life. The one thing I know I'm not doing is dumping my girlfriend for somebody half her age and buying a Porsche. Because that's something that people tend to do when they start to get old and not know what they're doing with their life. Okay, so the first thing is, let's just test this with another screen before we go hunting for liquid damage to see if it will post with a known good screen attached. I don't know what I'm going to do with the rest of my life, Ahmed. I honestly can't fucking tell you. I just know that I'm ready for a change, and if I only make a change in big steps, then I know I'm never going to make it, so I'm trying to make it in smaller steps. Does that make sense? So essentially, I will make a change in smaller steps, and then I'll see where that goes. Okay, so let's see what I get on the screen. I think everybody's freedom is important, traditionalist. Okay, so this... Wait, what the fuck kind of screen is this? Nell, you fuck! He said this was a good screen to test with. You XPYR, it's the opposite. Erica's not very minimalistic. If you saw our apartment, you'd understand. She literally just collects shit and collects shit and collects shit. Look at a video of my apartment now versus a video of it 2 years before I met her. No, you don't get it. I am a minimalist. I do not have a lot of crap in my home. Okay, as you can see, this may actually just be an issue with the screen. So now we're going to try their original screen and see if that's the case. Because it does post with my screen. This may have actually just been a bad screen all along. Always test to see, as Jessa Jones at iPad Rehab will always say, do not assume you have a board problem until you've ensured that you do not have a parts problem. And here, I was very close to jumping into assuming I had a board problem before checking out that I had a parts problem. So it's good that I did that. Because again, do you remember what I said at the beginning of this video? This is going to be a useless repair. Fuck this. This is probably not going to be worth it. There's no way in hell. And I stand behind that to an extent. If this was a board problem, I would be saying, fuck this, dead CPU. But this may actually wind up being a screen problem. And if it's a screen problem, that also kind of sucks because the screens for this are really expensive, which means this person's likely not going to want to agree to get it fixed. But it is still, at the very least, I know what it is, have an idea, and, I don't feel like a total effing idiot. So let's plug the screen back in. Again, I always do that with the battery unplugged. Do not want to have a battery plugged in while I'm plugging in the screen. And we'll see if I get anything on the screen at this point. It's a good screen to troll you with. That's what Anel meant. Probably, John. Probably. Always blame the parts department. Yeah. It's better to be single and unhappy than in a fucked up relationship and unhappy. I have a different way of phrasing that. I've usually said that I would rather be alone by myself than be alone with another person. And that's what you are when you're with another person who treats you like crap, or who you can't relate to, or who you're not happy with. You're alone with the other person. And I don't want to be alone. So, but the only thing worse than being alone by yourself is being alone when you're around other people. So it's clear at this point that this is an issue with the screen. This is an issue with the screen. This is not a board repair issue. This is not a board issue, so this is going to be something else altogether. We're going to leave a note saying that this is a board issue. Also, you know what's really weird? Look at the amperage draw over here. It's not moving at all. It's almost like the screen is keeping this thing from turning on. Now, seriously, because that's static. That's like this is like a light bulb. Like a light bulb would draw this. A CPU on a computer motherboard is not going to draw something like that. A CPU on a computer motherboard is going to be drawing a constantly dynamic amount because you have millions. How come you repair the MacBooks if you hate Apple? How come oncologists help patients with cancer if they hate cancer? How come abuse counselors will counsel people who've been abused if they hate abuse? How come my comments used to be smarter 2 years ago than they were now? Anyway, this is always supposed to be kind of, I appreciate the dollar, but usually that's asked with a trolling intention, so I have a salty response to it. My 2017 27-inch iMac sometimes wakes from sleep with no screen, but I remote into the Mac and it works. How do I fix it? Oh no, I don't know. I don't work on iMac setting. That's a good question. You dead GPU? I don't know. Maybe dead GPU? Maybe bad screen? Bad GPU, bad screen? I don't know. Did you spill anything on it? 20.3 volts. So again, this is a static amount of amperage that's being drawn here. Because you have a static amount of amperage that's being drawn, that scares me into believing that something is really screwed up here. Because like you would expect a light bulb to draw a static amount of amperage, but something with a CPU is going to be doing this because you have millions of transistors that are turning on and off and on and off and on and off. So I'm actually going to unplug the screen and see if I get different behavior. It would be very interesting if the screen itself is causing it to not post. Okay, so we got 20 volts, 520 milliamps, 490 milliamps, 500 milliamps, 570, 550. See, so this is kind of like a symphony. You have to think of it like a symphony orchestra. It shouldn't be just flat like that. If it can't be bad screen because I stole it from your shop. You fuck. I'm going to go blow up your Tesla, you cunt. Okay, it's doing it again. Interesting. So I'm just going to double check this one more time just to make sure that it's actually posting with the other screen attached outside of the computer. Because this is kind of strange. I don't fully trust that this is just a screen issue at this point because that's a weird amount of amperage. Maybe I have not fixed a MacBook in so long that I forgot what the amperage numbers are supposed to be for this model computer. It's always possible that that is the case, but I don't think that that is it. 1 block away. Oh boy. I'm going to run out of here and get some food in a moment. And then I'm going to eat something. Okay. So what am I doing here? I'm plugging the screen in. Plug in, you fuck. There we go. It plugged in, you fuck. Okay. And now plug in the... You piece of sh... Ayo, bishet, suka, belet, pizdiets. I don't know what those words mean, but I have a feeling they represent what I'm thinking right now. Okay. Plug in, you fuck. With each passing year, they make it more annoying to test the MacBook outside of the case than it was in the year prior.
Sweet mercy.
My 70-year-old dad loves your videos. I find that funny. Also, how come you repet? Repet? How come you repet? Do I repet? Do I repent? Or maybe I repent. Maybe that's what it is. Little rubber. You never want to lose the rubber. God knows what will happen if you lose that. Okay. 20 volts. 280 milliamps. It just went down to 0 for a moment. Did I vibrate this or something? Try other port. Try you. I'm glad castor oil is not flammable. Why is the screen full of cum? Because it belongs to an L? This came from an L station. Of course it's going to be filled with cum. All right. So we're getting 460 milliamps static. And it is activating the screen. And let's see if it posts in a moment. Ah, fuck. Okay, I'm going to go outside. Sorry. Delivery people are not exactly sending their best. Is there a man with sushi outside? Find him. Catch him. Do you have the cattle prod?
Yes.
Get me the cattle prod. Thank you. Okay, luckily the cattle prod wasn't necessary.
What's the minimum wage?
What do you mean he gets less than minimum wage? He gets much less than minimum wage.
He gets paid for delivery, and it's like $4.
If even. Hooey. Okay. There's a lot of sushi here. Who wants sushi? Everybody say thank you to Mr. Christopher Kelly for this very generous serving of sushi. Let's see what we have here. Amel, you want sushi? Do you know how to use these stick things? I fail at chopsticks so bad.
There's no reason to use chopsticks. The fork is superior.
I agree with you. I love this really spicy wasabi.
No.
My God, that's good. Oh God, that green shit is good. Ho ho ho. How could he not find the store? You don't understand. It's like if he was most likely if he was able to do something else, he wouldn't be delivering food for like $2 an hour. They usually look really, really confused. Like they arrive at their location, and they look like pigeons that just don't know where they're going, that are about to fly into a window. This is amazing. God bless America. Thank you, Chris Kelly. This is better than I deserve. Ho ho. Oh. God bless Christopher Kelly. He's a better man than I. You gotta see if this MacBook posts with the charging plug into the other port. There's a piece of paper inside this piece of sushi, but it's so good I don't even care. I'll eat it with the fucking paper. Mm. Hi, you want a fishy? I think so. I was waiting for it to post again and it was taking forever. And then the food arrived and I stopped caring about the MacBook.
So a good sign is that you have that line on the left, so you know you have image.
That's such a troll.
If it was a good screen, Steve would have taken it.
You don't let him know that it's good. And then you hiss every time he comes by to try to take it from you. I appreciate that about Steve.
I went on vacation. I come back, 3 of my machines that I refurbished are missing their screen. Such a troll. Speaking of, I refurbished 3 today.
First do what?
Machines. You want a present for Erica?
Like what?
A 1707.
Maybe.
I'm trying to fix an M1, but it's not looking too good.
What's wrong with it?
It's stuck on 5 volts, which I think is one of the CDs, because one's taking more amperes than the other. And his entire top case is terrible, but I have another top case to swap that top case with. And he has a good screen, which my top case needs a screen. It's going to be a Frankenstein monster, but it'd be a working M1 eventually. Hopefully.
If only we could sell computers. Maybe in New Hampshire or Florida. This is so good. I love wasabi.
Wasabi?
That's for you. You're supposed to put it up your nose.
Oh, is that how I get rid of COVID?
Yep. No Omicron anymore. Watch this video get a strike for medical misinformation. Susan, if you're watching, that's a joke, you fuck. That was smooth and satisfying. I feel energized to fix another MacBook. Hoo-hoo. Time to wash my hands, pee, in the opposite order, of course, and then return to work. Here we go. So there's a sleep sensor over here, and it's going to tell if I have it laying down, and then the screen won't come on. Very annoying. Give me the message on the bottom of the screen, you prick. Come on. Okay, so this posts. So yeah, this is just a bad screen. Just a bad screen. That was that. All right. Which sushi rolls did you get? The green ones? The green ones. Okay, so I'm going to put this back in a moment. Just 1 second. Just got to finish something up before I go on to the next MacBook. I have a little bit of business I have to take care of. Just give me a second. Give me a moment. Stick with me. When are we going to celebrate the end of the de Blasio reign of terror? When we figure out if Eric Adams is any better? He didn't undo the vaccine mandate for businesses, so I don't know. We'll see if he winds up being much better. Hello, DinDog22. Good to see you again. One moment. One moment. Be patient, audio. Be patient. Be patient, sir. I don't know, Avid. I don't really spend much time on them. Too new. Pretty often. Tycox. I don't know. Guy in Twitch chat whose name I can't pronounce. Pretty often. I make mistakes all the time. You just fix them on the fly and move. Keep it moving.
Sweet mercy.
Sweet mercy. Thank you, Mario. Thank you very much. We'll see. That's up to me, really. I tend to have a thing where I make my life way more complicated than it has to be. One moment. One moment. I got something to do. Please read my first message. I don't know who you are. Where's that? Be patient, people. One moment. We're going to get to another MacBook. You just got to be patient. Just got to be patient. Ay, ay, ay. Woofy. Woofy. Be patient, bro. I told you to be patient. Chillax. Give me a minute. I got a piece of thing I got to do. Chillax, bro. I'm going to be right back. We be right back. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Do I rush you when you're taking a piss? Of course. Do I rush you when you're giving birth? Of course I don't rush you when you're giving birth. That's mean. That's not considerate. I'm not gonna rush you while you're giving birth. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. Okay, give me a minute. Chillax. I'll be right back. Give me a second. I got some shit I gotta do. All right. Bada bing. Okay. Where was I? One more thing I gotta do here. 4, 5. Okay, one moment. We almost there. Bruh. 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 Mm-hmm. Okay, where are those little baggies? I used to have little baggies over here. I don't remember what that was, Game and Run. I have the memory of a pigeon. If you offended me, I probably forgot about it 90 seconds later. I'm very bombastic in stream chat. Kind of a more exaggerated version of my normal self, but no biggie. No biggie. Shit, I gotta put this in there too. Take this. Do not let the... Okay. Never heard from Eugene again, Ahmed. Never heard from him again. I heard he got COVID. I heard that he got COVID. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Unfortunately, he survived. Such life ain't fair. What can I tell you? The good die young. The good die young is a saying that is really easy to prove when you see that Eugene survived COVID. What was it? Let's see, what do we got in the list here? Eugene is a man that has a list of judgments of money that he owes to all sorts of people that courts decided he owes money to because, in my opinion, he screwed them over. There's tons of SPOA. So, for instance, on the iPhone 4, there's a little piece of padding. There's a piece of foam that goes over the screen connector to keep it from popping out. And what a lot of people would do is they would not put that piece of foam there. And what would happen is if the phone got even the tiniest knock, like you just put it on the table hard, what would happen is the connector would pop off. The plug would pop out of the connector. And then you'd have no screen. So then you would go back to the place that fixed it and say, hey, it's not working again. And rather than saying, I'm sorry, we fucked up, we didn't put this little piece of foam there, what they would do is they would say, you know what, usually we charge $80 for a return screen repair for you. Since you're such a nice customer, we'll do it for half price. And they'll take the $40 and then they'll plug the screen back in. And so it's one of those things where doing the repair properly actually loses you money because you won't get the recurring revenue. Because the thing is, the plug won't pop out unless you drop it. So the customer knows that they dropped it. So they're not going to be as defensive as they otherwise would be. And I know people that have done that. And it's such a scummy shit ass thing to do. But I actually had somebody here who was doing screen repairs without putting the piece of rubber back. This is a long time ago, not the rubber, the little piece of foam there, because I got the pieces of foam to put there. And this woman comes back in, and she's like, oh, thank you so much for that. And like, here's a tip. And she's about to give him a tip. And I saw that, well, I said, wait a second. So why'd you come back? And he told me, it's like, get the fuck out of here. Here, you can have the tip. You're fucking fired. Because he was actually taking the money from the customer when they would tip him, rather than saying, I'm sorry, I fucked up, I'm not going to do that again. He would purposely not put the little piece over there. What a fuck. There's so many people that I have fired, and that I'm like, good riddance to them. Like, there's people that I've let go that I wish success to. I feel bad that they weren't able to make it up to the standard here. And then there are people where I fired them, and it's just like, I hope you spend your life on an unemployment line, or at the very least until you learn a set of morals and ethics. Because like it makes me sick that there are people out there that would do that shit to people. It really does. That doesn't make sense, Viper, because laptops are PCs. That's a category issue. Water spill caused magic smoke. Taken to another shop, more magic smoke. Open device and more magic smoke came out. What the fuck? Okay. Okay, so let's read what it says on this ticket. Oh boy. Water spill caused magic smoke. Taken to another shop, more magic smoke came out. Opened the device and more magic smoke came out and smelled like burning. Oh boy, that sounds like a fun one. Let's take a look. Slot G19, see what it needs. Yes, sir. I'm excited to see what this thing needs. That sounds like fun. All right, let's go over this. I want to see the Magic Smoke MacBook. There's a Magic Smoke MacBook. I was promised a Magic Smoke MacBook. I want to attach its original battery to it. You want to see the original battery, Hi?
No.
Here.
What does it smell?
I was hoping it would explode coincidentally as I put it near Hi.
Plug in the battery and then open it up. Why? What happened?
On camera.
Do you want to go with you?
This will be fun.
Fire extinguisher on hand?
We don't need a fire extinguisher. We have hope and dreams. I actually do have a fire extinguisher right by my door. Recently inspected, too. Misdiagnosed the repair and quoted too much yesterday. Immediately phoned the customer to correct and reduce it. How it should be. I agree, Coder. I agree. Basic stuff. Okay. This should be fun. Take a look at my little fire repair here. All right. Magic smoke. Magic smoke. So it seems like the battery is not plugged in. Okay. Well, there's a lot of dog hair on this thing. What is that, a crystal or something? Ew. What the fuck? are people doing to their computers? What are you, nuts? Okay, let's get this in them. What is this? What is this shit on the battery here, bro? What the? Oh my. That looks like it could be a little piece of poop. Maybe it's a piece of ceramic poop? And you have hair, and the hair is changing color throughout the texture of the... Oh, God. Okay. Gross. Well, I'm going to take the board out, and we're going to plug it in and see if we can make some more smoke come out. You guys excited to see some smoke? I love seeing smoke. I love seeing MacBooks blow up. Seeing MacBooks blow up makes my day. The only thing that makes my day more than seeing a MacBook blow up is making a MacBook blow up. Yes! Do 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 do. Do 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 do. It does RCB. It does make me happy when it's coming out of other devices, not my own. Do 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 do. Na 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 na. Go away, Wes. You know the answer to that question. How volatile are these batteries? I mean, it depends. Are you stabbing it? You shouldn't stab it. Sweet mercy. Hello, Terrible Fire. He has officially been watching now for 9 years. I think he's my oldest fan. Probably one of my first subscribers. One of the oldest viewers. Thank you very much, Terrible Fire, for your loyal patronage over the past 9 years. Thank you, the coder. Okay. Let's get all the screws out of this little MacBook.
Sweet mercy.
MacBook battery go burr. Hopefully not. I really hope it doesn't. I don't have life there, Smudgy. I'm dead there. I went over that in the beginning of the video. It's just kind of... Sorry, I'm bad at repeating myself. I'm a shitty streamer. Okay. I don't have any life there yet. Just death. Life will come later. Okay. Speaking of death, let's unplug the SSD and hope that that wasn't what was smoked.
Oh, sweet mercy.
Just hit a snag in my writing and poof, here's Louis the live stream. Back to the keyboard with a smile. Thanks for the awesome background noise. I know it's not your intent, but it works for me. Thank you. I'm glad that we were able to actually help you with something. It's hard to imagine that this content is actually useful to somebody in somewhere, but that was, thank you. That gave me a smile. Okay. You know what else is going to give me a smile? Watching this shit go on fire. Let's watch this thing go on fire. Are you excited? Are you excited to see a little MacBook blow up and go on fire and go poof? I sure am. 3, 2, 1. 5 volts, 10 milliamps, 20 volts, 20 volts, 500 milliamps. No fire. Hi, where's the fire? Yo, you promised a fire. Can't trust employees nowadays. Okay, let's see if this posts. This is going to be really boring if all these actually work. Okay. Something to keep this up from the casing. I was promised a fire?
I think the fire was let out when I opened the box.
No, really, where's the fire? Bro. 500 milliamps, 20 volts. Also, a lot of people are asking, why is an L screen filled with cum? Like, look at this. Look at my mouse cursor. Do you see this?
Yes.
What is this? What is that?
Wait.
What the fuck is that? Why does he jizz on his screens? Why does he never clean them? So several members of the chat have asked what I think is a good question. They're looking at this giant cum stain on the screen and they're asking why there's a cum stain on the screen. Can you tell them why there's a cum stain on the screen?
It came like that.
You have one of these at your desk. UVEX, lens cleaner, and you have microfiber cloths. So when you come on the MacBook, you can clean it off afterwards. Do I need to get you a second one of those masks to go somewhere else?
Oh.
So that this doesn't happen again? Okay.
It just happened to have a cum stain on it. Maybe it's not.
I think I have to get you a lower mask. Okay, so what is this, by the way? Like, you said this went on fire. I don't see fire. I see post. Hi.
Oh, yeah, him, not me. Wait, that could be flux. That could be alcohol that dripped on it. I think it's alcohol.
But why is there no... Hi said that there was a fire here and magic smoke. And I'm not seeing any fire and any magic smoke or any liquid damage.
The customer said it smoked on them 3 times.
Hi said it smoked on him once. Do you trust Hi?
Is there something in the case that smells like death?
Methinks you gargle my balls, Chip Chap. There's no fire. I was hoping there'd be a fire. What if we mixed up the tickets and somebody else's is going to go on fire?
It's in pulse status.
That would be kind of funny. Oh well, no fire. Next. It's hard to find something to work on. This posts. I bet the battery is probably fucked up or something. Actually, you know what I should have checked? What if this is sending straight charger voltage to PP bus, so it's sending 18 volts to the battery, and that's causing the battery to explode. Let's see, what is PP bus? I should have checked that. That could be fun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun 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 da 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 da. Uh-oh, why are you beeping at me angrily? No, 13 volts. Okay, so it's not. Because I thought maybe it's sending, the transistor got stuck, so it's sending charger voltage directly to the battery. That's not it. So that's, doesn't go on fire for me. Disappointing. It's hard to find a good example for a stream. It is quite difficult to find a good example for a stream. Somebody was shitposting and yelling in the beginning of the video that I recorded earlier today that the world is flat.
No.
Hi, hi. Why? Can I see what's behind your back?
Wait, what's the button?
I see you. Okay, this is a fair trade. Come here, hi. That's some ricochet right there. Can I shoot Paul's 30 hertz Seeky?
No.
He'll kill me.
You can't find a 30 hertz anywhere else.
I know, they don't even make that anymore. They let me know in the chat, by the way. They told on you.
Oh.
Did you mention it?
What? No?
They actually told on you.
Because I had it like this, right behind you.
Oh.
Like that.
Damn it. I was completely oblivious to that, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Damn, I've turned into a complete boomer. I'm disappointed in myself.
Don't do it. Don't do it. It hurts.
I can't. I don't have the balls. I tried. I feel like you ever see the end of middle of season 3 of 24 where Ryan Chappelle has to shoot himself to buy them extra time to find Stephen Saunders and he can't do it, and then Jack does it? That was that moment that I just had. Like I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. That's not a soft gun, Dan said. Why a 30 hertz monitor? Paul's a weirdo. Paul prefers his 30 hertz monitor. He actually likes it. He prefers his 30 hertz monitor. Like, there's some things that I just can't explain in this world. And One of the things I can't explain is that Paul S. He has not only is it 30 hertz, but it has like this half a second input lag when you use it at 4K, and he loves that monitor. He uses it and he prefers it. I don't know what you'd be joining, Coder. I have to figure out what that even means. But I appreciate the 2 great British pounds. Thank you. Sad Dane, spoken like someone who's never gotten shot in the dick with one. Okay, what do we have next?
Sweet mercy.
Sweet mercy indeed, Paul Daniels. Sweet mercy indeed. Will anybody give Paul Daniels some sweet mercy? Nope, not this one. Yeah, okay, I'll take that one. I'll take this next one.
Sweet mercy.
I am. Here comes the airplane.
Why is it in my status?
It was originally in your status.
Oh.
I took it out because I thought it would be simple, but it wasn't. It already works.
That's simple. I gotta find the fire.
You have to figure out what caused it to go on fire. What happened to the machine Nerf guns? The automatic, the semi-fully automatic, as CNN would say. I miss those.
You just don't have the darts for it. Yeah.
The post office still hasn't picked up my license plate. Can't wait. Dun 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 dun. Fully semi-automatic. Yes, it's a particular type of rifle that you can buy at CNN.com, I hear. Never buy Edifer headphones. Bought them in April, and they got problems with the ear cushions. Support could only give me a partial refund because of lack of spare parts. I ended up gluing the fake leather back in place. What I would do in that situation, and I know I'm going to get a lot of shit for this, is if I bought a product and it broke within the warranty period and they refused to fix it or refund me, I would purchase that product again from them, and then I would then return it with the bad one that I just got in the box. My mother used to do this, and she used to call it the Donatina lifetime warranty. My mother taught me that when I was 5 years old. She called it the Donna's lifetime warranty. It works. She actually did that before e-commerce existed. It does work. And again, she said that there is power with this, and with power comes responsibility. So you can only do this when you have been screwed over. You cannot do this if you have not been screwed over. That is wrong. But there is intense power in that move. But again, with Paul Daniels, Paul Daniels said that there's serials, but you have to understand, the person doing the checking of the returned items is going to be paid nothing. And because they're getting paid nothing, they don't care. They know that their company is screwing people over. Since they know their company is screwing people over, it's just, another one on the list. It's kind of like with small business vaccine mandates in New York City, where they say, hey, can I see your vaccine card? And I go, sure, here it is. And like, oh, you're good. And I'm literally showing them a plastic bag. And they're like, okay, yeah, sure, that's fine. It's the same thing. And again, you cannot do this just for the hell of it. If a company has screwed you and sold you a defective product and they will not fix it within the warranty period, you are within your right to get what you were supposed to get during the warranty period. They don't send you money if you send them back.
Oh, sweet mercy.
Oh, so even if you return a new set? Shit. Well, I think what you would do in that case is you would buy a new set. Then you would immediately return the old set in the new box and then file a chargeback. Again, you're not trying to scam them. You're trying to get what you paid for initially that they will not cover under warranty, which they are supposed to. My God, the shit that my mother used to do to Toys R Us. Some people think that Mitt Romney and Bain Capital or whatever put Toys R Us out of business. No, it was probably my mother. It was probably my mother. Oh my God. The stories I could tell if I didn't have a sense of discretion. You would swap you would get a donor DC inboard TK, and you would swap the sleep sensor on that. Is that? What was I just doing? I'm not feeling it for some reason. Three, two, one. Hey everybody, how's it going? So today we have an A1466 MacBook Air that's not turning on. Let's try and see if we can figure out why this is not turning on and make it work again. Hopefully, unlike the last two MacBooks that I've been streaming, which you probably haven't watched if you're on the main channel, but we're watching if you're on the live channel, it actually doesn't work. The last two machines where they said it doesn't work, one of them needed a screen and one of them already worked. And I am at the end of my rope with the wrong thing being written in the tickets. I am done with it. So I am going to get started here. Let's get my little power supply app on the screen. Give me 1 second. Yes! Look at that. That Paul Daniels software right there. Doing what beautiful Paul Daniels software does and working. So when we plug this MacBook in, what do we get? How many amps does it take? It takes 0? That's not right. There's no way that's correct. All right, we're going to take the board out of the case because that doesn't make a damn bit of sense. We do need a win to start the year out. Well, yeah, anybody should be able to fix an A1466. The problem is not that the newer ones are harder to fix with this, in this case, Paul Daniels. It's that the two newer ones that I got were actually already working. I am a sick man, Paul Daniels. I am still using Linux. What? So if you guys on stream met Paul Daniels, Paul Daniels created the multimeter software that I use, the power supply software that I use, but above all, he created Flex Board View, which is the board view software that I now use that's considerably better than the Landrex Testlink from 1995 that I used to use when I started doing this. That was the software I was using all the way up until 2016 and 17 because there was nothing else available. But Paul Daniels created a superior alternative. Actually, let me correct my statement there. Chlordite made a superior alternative. Paul Daniels found Chlordite, figured out where he lived, murdered him, put him in his basement, took his software, took credit for it, and then became famous and started a YouTube channel that now has over 20,000 subscribers off of the strength of that software. But he's still a funny guy, and he makes good software, and he has a good sense of humor from time to time that I thoroughly enjoy in spite of the fact that he killed Chlordite, who I have not heard from in 4 years. But you should check him out. His channel is at youtube.com/19PLD73. That's youtube.com/19PLD73. Also, rest in peace, Chlordite. We appreciate your contributions to the software world. Okay, so now that everything is disconnected and the board is out of the casing, we're just going to clean off that DCN board because there was some rubbish on it. We plug it in and try to figure out what's going on with it. So, are you fucking kidding me? It turns on! Oh, Anel, come over here. I'm going to shoot you with a fucking BB gun. Anel's note says that this doesn't turn on. Roar! Okay, I give up. Rage quit. Listen, I can't fix anything if it all already fucking works. No corrosion? No corrosion? Oh, I fucking give up. I give up. I'm not fixing boards. Fuck that.
No way.
already works.
What did my notes say?
Wait a second. Let's see. Do we have a hostage situation here? Oh. Your note said that it was 0.8 volts on SMC reset and not powering on.
And that's what happened.
And how would you explain this? The fan is spinning. Hi.
I measured it. There's corrosion on
Where? Where do you see corrosion?
there and there.
Okay. Maybe you can't see.
Okay.
Nice. Maybe you need an aid. So we'll get you an aid.
Could have been the JTAG too.
Notice how the corrosion inside of the JTAG is only on one pin and not overlapping over to another pin. No way in hell. Look at this. You have a green, but it is only on this pin, and it is not touching any other pin. The S... Actually, you do have corrosion on the PP342 area. But look, it's not there. There's no corrosion. It's just... No, it's like one cat. Oh, look, never mind. Look at this. What is this? Is that a piece of metal? That's metal? Is metal falling off it? Oh my god, it's shedding. It doesn't even have water damage in its fucking shedding. This is crazy. So there's no spillage of water here. This thing just appears to have sucked in corrosion from the outside world and then allowed that corrosion to corrode away this capacitor until a piece of metal came off of it that was then shorting this together, that was no longer shorting together from the moment that I moved the motherboard. Okay, that's an interesting design, Apple. That's some good stuff right there. Really? It's really easy to kill these things. All right. No, you can't shoot him. He was right. You can do it while I'm not looking or something. I mean, if I can't see it, you can't get in trouble for it. So, I mean, once the door closes, it's all you. All right. I think Hi-Hi's going to have some fun there. Okay, so it looks like the circuit for creating PP3V42 had some really, really minor corrosion on it, which was causing this to not function properly. Obviously, when this is put through the ultrasonic cleaner, all these little pieces of stray metal are no longer going to be an issue because they're going to get taken out in the cleaner. So we just do a little game. It's kind of like filing your nails. See that? See, Joanna Stern at the Wall Street Journal is a quality reporter. She was a great person to meet. A lovely, lovely human being, amazing reporter. I wish the best to her and her family. But she said something in that report that bothered me. She said this is not like filing your nails. And it clearly is like filing your nails. See? Just like that. Don't you file your nails with a HAKKO T30-KN? And if you don't, maybe you should. Maybe you should. See you later, Mario. Hope you have a lovely day. So this little piece of metal, we're just going to get that out of there. And then we have to deal with this. Then we're dealing with this. What do we do with this? What do we do with this? What do we do with this? You know what we do to that? We kill it. We burn it. It goes away. It goes away. It just goes away. GTFO. Die. Die. I want to see you burn. I want to see you burn, JTAG. I want to see you burn alive. Die. Just like that. Okay. Lots of dust. Lots of dust, but all that's going to come off in the ultrasonic cleaner. And little pieces like that little thing that could have been conducting between the resistor over here and the capacitor, stuff like that little piece of metal that was over here, that's going to come off in the ultrasonic cleaner real well. That's going to come off real well. And this is going to be a board that goes back to working beautifully again. There's a lot of small stuff like that that likes to hide. But nothing hides from us, baby. Nothing hides from us. This is pretty much the most pathetic board repair video I can imagine posting, because this is a really, really, really brain-dead job. But that's what you get. I've gone through, I think, 3 or 4 different machines today, and every single one of them has been a complete and utter troll. And it's about time to get out of here. That's it for today. And as always, I hope you learned something. See you in the next video. Bye now. Wait, I said my own catchphrase the wrong way. Oh well, hopefully nobody notices. See you later!